Ben gives up his dummy. Ben had a dummy, which he used all the time. He used it in the day when he played. He used it in the night when he went to sleep. And sometimes he even used it in the bath. Then one day, Mummy said, Ben, you're far too old to use a dummy now. They're for little babies, not for children as old as you. So dummies make your teeth stick out. Also, dummies make your teeth stick out. So if you're not careful, you might start to look like a bunny rabbit. Ben imagined that he would look like a bunny rabbit, and he didn't like that very much. Also, was it true what Mummy said? He was the only one of his friends who still used a dummy. So what should I do, Mummy? Asked Ben. Give them up to the dummy fairy, of course, Mummy replied. So the next day, Ben and Mummy went around the house and collected up all his dummies. They found a dummy in the bottom of the toy box. They found a dummy under the sofa cushions. They even found a dummy underneath the piano. It was very dusty. That night, Ben put all the dummies in a big brown envelope and left it outside his bedroom door. Mummy told Ben that if he was a good boy and went straight to sleep with a smile on his face, he might receive something special from the dummy fairy the next day. So with a happy little smile, Ben drifted off to sleep. Later that night, Ben woke up to see a tiny fairy sitting on his lampshade. Hello, said the fairy. I'm the dummy fairy, and I've come to take all your dummies off to fairyland. Why? Said Ben. Well, she replied, we fairies have lots of uses for dummies. Sometimes we use them as boats to sail down the river, and the fairy children use them as roundabouts to spin round and round in the fairy playground. And when the weather's really bad in fairyland, some fairies use them as umbrellas to shelter from the rain. Wow, said Ben, I didn't know that. Then he paused. But dummy fairy, he said, I know the fairies really need my dummies, but I do want them to have them, but I still really want my dummy too. Gently the dummy fairy said, Don't worry, Ben. Every time you start to miss your dummy, just think very hard about something you love to eat. And if you do, I will magically make you taste the special thing in your mouth. Then she waved her magic wand, and Ben went straight to sleep. When he woke up, the envelope outside his door had gone, and in its place was a little present from the dummy fairy. Ben was very happy. That day, Ben didn't really miss his dummy at all. But that night when he went to bed, he did a bit. So he lay there. As he laid there, Ben decided to think very hard about honey on hot, buttery toast. Guess what? Suddenly, he could actually taste the honey in his mouth. The next night, when he missed his dummy, he thought about thick, creamy banana smoothie. And the next night he thought of, Well, he didn't think of anything very much, really. He just fell straight to sleep. And in the corner of the room, a little fairy smiled and waved goodbye. Her magic was done.